Yo, welcome back to the Comeback Kings. We back, baby.
We back, baby.
Episode 10, I think. I'm pretty
Is it
sure.
10?
I believe it's 10. No?
Yeah, it's 10.
Yeah, we're in double digits now. We're big time.
Episode 10.
Just about what the temperature was this morning when I woke up.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Winter's coming.
It just came like overnight.
I got up this morning. I think it was 26 when I went out this morning.
26 degrees. That is on the... I haven't turned the heat on at the crib yet. Because...
How?
Because where I live, I pay oil. I have to pay for oil. So I'm just layering up. Because oil is ridiculous this year. So I'm just layering up, taking my time. And when I have to, that's when I'm going to... I mean,
You get that African blood in you, man. How are you managing that?
yeah, speaking of African,
Yeah. Well, wait, what?
I'm not trying to sidebar. How was the movie?
Wakanda Forever?
Yeah,
It was good. It
you
was
can
good.
throw it out. You can throw it out there. Don't give no spoilers, but you can.
No.
How was it?
Chadwick comes back. Black Panther came back to life. No.
How was it?
It was good. It was really good. It was a beautiful movie. Very, very moving.
Uh-oh, go ahead. I feel like something's coming.
No, it's just no Chadwick, man. No Black Panther. He had such a presence in that first movie. He was so good.
Like Regal, you're saying.
Yeah, regal. He had nobility. He had, it's just something he brought to the role. And
it's
I
not.
think
It's not there.
well, it's missing because he's not there. But they did a hell of a job with the script.
Yeah.
And I said the movie was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well put together.
They very emotional.
How long?
They
How
hit
long was it?
long. It was like over 2.5 hours.
Ooh.
But they had a lot to set up. They took their time setting everything up. They didn't like rush through him dying. They didn't rush through how they were going to handle all that.
Yeah.
And they really let the emotional notes hit for
Yeah.
everybody.
Boom.
But and Namor was really good. They changed that whole thing up. They changed all his origins up and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Made it like Mayan, so
Oh wow.
we wouldn't confuse it with Aquaman.
So you're recommending that I should go see it.
You definitely should go see it.
All right, I'm there. I think I'm gonna
it's
go
worth the
maybe
money.
Thursday. I probably might check it out. But anyway, what we talking about, baby?
Whew, we got some quick hits coming up.
Go ahead.
We're gonna do that first. Then we're gonna go a lot of NFL, a little NFL heavy.
We're gonna
this
go
week.
heavy NFL because I'm feeling like a jerk again because I wrote off two of the greats. I
No,
wrote them
we
off.
did.
I thought they were done, but we're gonna chop it up about that. And I'm a little upset at my boys last night. They looked awful.
Sloppy.
They look awful. What is going on, man?
Struggled with the Texans the week before. Looked sloppy against Washington last night.
Yeah.
My Cowboys lost to a Green Bay team that has been inept all year on offense, and we let them score 31 points.
Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. We'll chop it up. What else we talking about?
You want-
NHL.
You want to jump into the quick hits?
Yeah, we'll jump into it after. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll jump right into that.
All right,
That
sounds
cool?
good.
All right. Come back, Kings. Big.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. We're going to do some quick hits for you. It's a new thing we've been trying
Yeah.
to get a little bit more diversity.
Do your dance, baby. Do your dance.
We'll talk a little NBA first.
Go ahead.
Those damn Celtics, baby.
Celtics.
It doesn't seem to be Udoka not being there doesn't seem to be making a difference.
They're still probably whoever the guy is, he's probably implementing everything that Udoka did. So that doesn't just go away. And
I mean, what, they're 11-3?
yeah, you know who I'm looking at differently?
Who?
The Brown Cat. Like I heard him speak. I didn't know he was like one of the vice presidents of some kind of
The Players
union.
Association.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And I heard him speak the other day. Yo, he's no joke, man. He's no joke. So I was impressed with him, but
But he's also getting into some stuff he shouldn't be talking about. When you're at the Players Association, there
Yeah,
are things
but-
you shouldn't be talking about.
Like what though? Give me an,
Well, he's getting into that whole Kyrie situation because he's friends with Kyrie.
yeah,
And you got to leave
you're
yourself
you're
out of that stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna be biased, but what he said I thought was legit. I thought that was legit what he was saying about the punishment because Kyrie did apologize and do all of that stuff, and I'm like, why is he still not playing? You know what I mean? So that was whatever. I don't want to get too political,
Yeah.
but
But they're looking good. But is it important? The coach is important in that league at all? Because that's what I gotta wonder. As far as like maybe coming with timeout strategies, coming back, you know what I mean, come back to play. Managing the roster, are they that important?
I don't know. I don't
Because
like
that's a player league, right?
like my son played basketball, and I was shocked at when he started showing me like they actually plays that they actually run, things of that nature. I'm like, you guys run play? He goes, yeah, you do this. This guy goes over here.
Right.
Then
But
I'm like you. I always just thought here, take
well,
the
at
ball.
lower levels, but at the NBA level,
I think that they're running plays.
I
think
know
they
they're running plays, but
like offenses. Certain
when it comes down
defenses.
to it, it's the players are running the
You
show.
You think so?
I don't think they're as important. I don't think a lot of coaches and managers are important as important anymore.
I gotta disagree with you on that because the Celtics, like I said last year, that coach, they started playing defense. I don't know
Was it the coach or was it the players?
Well, you can make that in any sport. Like
It was the players figuring it out that hey, we got to play like a team. We got to play defense.
Well, all I know is Brad Stevens had that same group of guys, and they didn't look how they looked last year.
And they're also what 3 years older now.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? There's something to do with maturity once you start getting older.
So you're saying that they're not missing a beat without Udoka?
So far, not. I just love that league too. No, it's like the no defense league. Everybody's scoring like 120, 130 a night.
I can't disagree with you there. But here's what I'm gonna say: the team that's gonna win it all is gonna it's gonna be that team that you're gonna be like they play good defense. I don't know.
Well, once you get in, you got to get into the playoffs. You can get into the playoffs without playing good D, but that's the only way you win. You're gonna win the championship. You got to lock people down.
Yeah, I think.
But them and the Bucks right now are looking good.
Bucks look good. I think, and I'm gonna keep beating on this. My Sixers are coming, baby. Embiid the other night, he dropped like almost 60 on somebody. I think it was the Jazz. Your boy dropped 59 points. Anthony Davis looked crazy for the Lakers.
Yeah.
And LeBron didn't even play in that game. AD looked crazy. I think the Raptors are coming.
Do the Sixers have enough though?
No.
No.
I don't think they do. I don't think they're gonna have enough to overcome Celtics.
And Giannis.
I don't think
You
they're
know what I mean?
have
The
enough.
top few teams, you got to get past the top couple of teams, and
Yeah, they're not gonna have enough because Harden's inconsistent. And Embiid, like sometimes Embiid looks great, and then other times, I don't know. And then the Maxi cat, he's not enough.
you just tell me how great Embiid is.
I said sometimes. That's what I'm saying. He dropped 59. Here's what I'm saying with Embiid, and I put him with Shaq because I just feel like they're the same almost. Shaq was, don't get me wrong, Shaq was Shaq, but with Embiid, I feel like he could always do that. But like, what's stopping you from doing it? You want to get your teammates involved? I feel like he could drop 40 on you. He could drop 40 on you. But my thing is are you risking getting hurt? Are you risking, you know what I mean?
You can't win games consistently like that too.
Yeah, MJ proved
Jordan,
that.
yeah, I was going to say just say Jordan back in the day.
Jordan did that. But
until you get the complimentary people around you and you let them do their thing and you give them some responsibilities. And Jordan down in crunch time still didn't like giving away any shots, but you saw him do it later in his career.
But okay,
when he trusted you,
that's also okay. So now this is the argument that it's funny that you're saying that. It took that coach to make him do that. Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson came along and said to him, strictly to Jordan, he said, "You're gonna have to share the ball. You're going to have to, like before that, Jordan wasn't."
Well, and he did change the whole offense of that team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He changed the triangle offense.
That's the point I'm trying to make to you, back to what you were saying. You're saying that the coach really...
All right, so you got one example.
Yeah, one great, probably the
Yeah,
best team,
but
one of the greatest teams, and the greatest player ever.
and how long ago was that?
Stop.
How long ago was
Stop,
that?
don't do that. So Steve Kerr, if Steve Kerr's not on the Warriors, they still win those chips. If he's not the coach.
They might, yeah.
Nah, I can't watch on that. The coach, he's the one that even probably orchestrated some of those draft picks, picking those guys. You're forgetting, I think you're forgetting all of that stuff that they do.
No, because that's what you get GMs for.
But anyway,
Anyway, let's go and move on.
next.
Next, Bruins. We talked last week about the kid Miller that the Bruins picked up and then
Yeah.
dropped like a hot potato.
Yeah.
Didn't affect them. They lost one game in between that, and now they're 14-2, top of
See,
the
I'm
league.
not really a big hockey guy, but what does that mean? Does that mean that are they gonna win it all? Are they gonna...
Because basically hockey is when you get in the playoffs. If your goalie's not hot, you're screwed.
Yeah, it's just like every other, like the pitching in
And
baseball.
they've finished first, best record in the NHL, and still not won the Stanley Cup. But it's not. It's cool. They're scoring like crazy. I think they scored 65 goals so far, which is the most in the league.
Yeah.
So they're looking good, but they didn't let the whole thing. And now I guess they're hiring someone, and a former attorney general, to look into their vetting policy of the players.
Are you kidding me? Why wouldn't you already have that in place? This is the
They have it
problem.
in place, but now they're going to have the guy
These
look
people
into
are
it.
so reactionary. They wait for something bad to happen. Oh, maybe we should do something about this. Stop, man.
Like
Stop.
how did this guy slip through our vetting process?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a real process.
Pathetic.
Right.
Well, go Bruins. Oh, wait. Go Flyers.
All right, we're gonna do something else we haven't done here. A
Go
little NCAA football. I was looking at the top teams.
Let me drink my water on this one because what is going on? Clemson they got destroyed. I think they got destroyed. This wasn't last week. 2 weeks ago, Notre Dame smacked them up. I think it was 2 weeks ago. And then Alabama, they should have lost to Texas.
Yep.
They should have lost to Ole Miss last week.
And then they lost.
Who did they lose to? They lost 2 games. Alabama's not Alabama. Who the hell is TCU? And Tennessee.
Yep. Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, TCU, all 10-0, and Tennessee's 9-1.
But here's the thing with the Michigan thing and Ohio State. They play each other. So I feel like they're going to cancel each other out. So somehow, I think the top 4, if it goes how I think it's going to go, and it's probably, Georgia's going to be 1. If I had to, I'm going to go Georgia 1, Ohio State 2. I know the thing's scrolling across. TCU 3, and Tennessee 4. That's going to be the playoff bracket.
What about Michigan?
I think they're gonna get bumped. They're gonna get bumped because you can't look at 5 is always I think it's a 4-team thing, right? So 5 is gonna be Michigan and they're out.
Now in 2026, they're going to 12 teams.
Okay,
That's going to be interesting.
So that's gonna be like almost like some March Madness type thing.
But this
almost.
year, Bama's already eliminated.
Yeah, Bama's done. They're like 9 or 10. Even if they win out, there's nothing they can do.
Because the teams that they could tie with are already beating them or better
So
record.
do you think that these teams are catching up with them?
I think they're having an off year. I mean,
That's what I think too, because they're still like number 1 or 2 in recruiting.
but I like seeing it.
Can you elaborate why you like seeing that?
I just like seeing Alabama struggle. I don't know if it had something to do with a guy named Alabama Mike that used to come in your spot,
Yeah, he put a
used
bad taste in your mouth.
who used to wear his Alabama underwear on the outside of his shorts.
So he left a bitter taste in your mouth.
This guy had Alabama sheets, Alabama t-shirt. Never came in without wearing something from Alabama.
And that was the funny thing is he always seemed to show up when they were winning. But when they lost or like something like that,
Well, who they
you're
lose,
like,
a couple
you're
years
like-
ago, who
you're
they
like,
lose
where-
to? They lose to Clemson, right?
Yeah, it was.
And
you're like,
then
you're
he
like,
was a no-show.
You're like, where's this dude been for like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
You know, but
And he finally came out of his cave. He must have ran out of tissues, and he came out.
yeah.
Had to go shopping.
I don't know, but Bama's not the same. It's a new day in college football. It's gonna be interesting to see how this. Well, not really a new day. Now I'm looking at Georgia won it last year, right?
Yeah, the same teams, the good teams are always up.
Yeah, so I think Georgia might run it again. The only thing is TCU and Tennessee, they're kind of throwing a wrinkle in there. So I think there is another undefeated team, but I don't think they played anybody.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at it.
No, there is. I can't remember who it was, but
So
yeah.
we'll see what happens. But actually, I'm gonna start looking into that. We might have to keep doing a little as it gets closer and closer. We'll start tapping into more of the NCAA
That's
football.
A little NCAA football talk from us. Look at
Yeah,
that.
we got versatility over here. We're definitely gonna get it popping.
All right, and that's the end of the quick hits.
Yo,
Wanna
come
take a
back,
break?
Kings. Yeah, we'll do that. We take that break, baby.
All right.
Come back, Kings.
Back, baby. A little football segment. We're going to talk a little NFL.
NFL, baby.
It's hard. It's so dominant in the news and everything that's going on this time of year. So it's so hard to get away from it.
Yeah.
So much to talk about.
Go ahead.
So, we were at the spot the other day while you were working.
Yeah.
That Vikings game was on. What do you think? That now the debate's on Justin Jefferson catch or Odell Beckham.
I gotta still go with the Odell Beckham.
I'm disgusted.
I have to. I just because of how he caught that ball.
The gloves did 90% of the work. Like he was incredibly athletic.
I can't.
But if you don't have sticky gloves, that ball slides off your fingers.
It's the Jefferson cat catching that ball if that defender's not there. Like the defender kind of played a role into that catch.
Yeah,
though,
the
right?
defender role of trying to rip the ball out with two hands while Justin Jefferson pulled it in with one hand. Come on, man.
I'm still rocking with that OBJ catch, and
You
I
just
don't
old
like the
school.
Giants. No, that wasn't that long ago. Really old school.
That was 14.
Was it 2014?
I think that was 14.
Yeah, it still wasn't.
And that was against my boys.
I gotta rock with that catch because it just looked ridiculous, and
it looked ridiculous, but
he did that when no catch was really doing that. Then after that, it was almost like everybody started trying to catch the ball with one hand.
they do. But
You know what I mean?
then, I think everybody started wearing. You notice all these cats wear gloves now.
Well, I think cats. You can go way back. Cats have been wearing gloves and doing stuff with, like I remember
Sticky
back
stuff,
in
yeah.
the stick 'em and all that stuff.
But these gloves are way more effective, and they don't get your hands dirty. I
It
don't
makes
know.
you
I
wonder
just thought
why
it was,
the NFL even lets that go.
I just thought it was so impressive how he was able to. The guy had two hands. How do you outpower somebody
Yeah.
and pull it in and cradle it with this guy trying to rip it out?
But okay,
The only thing I'll give Odell is that was for a touchdown, but his defender was on the ground when he was making that catch.
I think we're just not gonna. But anyway, what about the game?
That game was
Bonkers.
absolutely ridiculous.
It was bonkers. And I remember I thought this dude was hurt. He didn't look hurt to me at all.
Oh, Allen, yeah.
I thought he was hurt, and I'm like nervous for them and their whole team. This dude, I see him running up the middle, literally taking on linebackers and did it like
knocking people out the way.
I don't understand why these dudes. I don't care how big you are. You're the franchise quarterback. Slide.
Yeah.
Like go down.
That's his thing.
Nah. I don't care. If I'm his coach, I'll be like, yo, you just messed up. What was his shoulder, his arm?
His elbow.
You just jacked up your elbow, and now you're gonna go and And during that game, he did that a couple times. I don't know if you.
No, he always does that
What is the matter with this
because he's
dude?
bigger than half the linebackers.
Yeah, but you still. I don't care how big you are. You can't.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. So if a linebacker at, we'll say, what's the average, 250? He's coming at you, and you're going at him at 250. There's something has to give way.
It always just seems like he's the one running the person over, though.
But
even
you
though when
still,
he does it, oh no, I
yeah,
know.
You know how that goes, kid. You're still suffering after that. I guarantee.
But I'd rather see if I'm a manager coach, I'd rather see him doing that than Justin Fields.
Okay, I'll give you.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I'll give you
if anybody's gonna do, I mean, Justin Fields has been ridiculous running around.
I'll give you that.
But like, I
think
feel more comfortable.
Is Justin Fields taking on dudes?
But no, well,
Like Josh Allen is deliberately putting his shoulder down
I know.
and putting it like I seen him jumping up, the shoulder pad was like hanging
Yeah.
out, and I'm like, what's the matter with this dude? It's like you love it, but after the hit, you're
They
like
might-
cringing. You're like, yo, that's the season.
they might want to test him for concussion protocol because he did throw 4 picks in that game.
Yeah. That was
And,
that was definitely
those-
one of the games of the year so far.
Yeah.
I thought that game was over a couple of times, and I thought he was gonna bring them back at the end, and then he threw that pick.
Again. Those end zone picks. How do you? And it's like not even anybody around. Like you don't.
Yeah,
who's he
it looked
throwing
it
to?
looked like he threw it right to your boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awful. That was a good game
Yeah.
though. That was a good. What was another good game? Your game was good.
My game was horrible.
You thought it was horrible?
Yes.
Why?
The Cowboys Packers game.
Yeah.
Because that should never have been that way.
I thought it was a good game.
I was nervous about that. Oh, it was a good game.
That's what I'm
if,
saying. You didn't think that was a good game?
If I wasn't a Cowboys fan, yeah, I would have been like, shit, that was a great game. Very entertaining.
I thought it was a good game.
Oh, I also thought the Washington Redskin game last night was pretty damn good too.
Those would be the Commanders.
Yes, I'm sorry.
That was a good game, but when I was watching it, you got the sense that the Commanders were gonna. I just felt like the Commanders they just took control of the game. It was somewhere like in the third quarter. I was like, they're gonna win this game. Here's the problem that I have, and people ain't gonna want to hear this. My Philly people, if you are a Philly guy, Jalen Hurts, he is not. To me, he doesn't look like he's that come from behind quarterback. Maybe I don't know.
When you're ahead and he's running downhill,
When
he's
you're-
better, right?
He's like I was saying this to you earlier. I don't think he's ever had to deal with that in college, and even kind of going to the pros. If they were winning games, they were always up. If they were down, he's not bringing them. He's not coming from behind and winning a game. Yet name a comeback that he's had. I don't know. I
Right.
can't really. When I see it, I'll be like, oh, okay, he's that guy. But I haven't seen it. At Oklahoma, he didn't have to do it. And at Alabama, the one game I think he had to do it, he couldn't do it. And that's when they put the Tua cat in. If I remember correctly. Because Saban took him out and was like, yo, you got to. And he wasn't hurt. He wasn't injured. Saban saw something and was like, yo, we got to take you out. And that's when Tua started his run at that bit. And that's when and that was the reason why Hurts left Alabama, because Tua just took over. So I don't know. I hope that I'm wrong about that, because you're gonna have to prove that. If we have aspirations of going anywhere in the playoffs and Super Bowl or anything, you're gonna have to come from behind.
Right. Well, he's a few years in.
I'll give you that.
I mean, because I'm having that same issue with Dak.
Okay.
Dak looks great, and then Dak has a bad game, like the other day.
What happened? Some of the routes, like you can tell they weren't even on the same page.
Yeah. I think that was mostly CD's issue.
Yeah. Is it CD? You think it's CD or do you think it's Dak?
I think that particular one was CD. I think they just weren't on the right page. And it always makes the quarterback look worse because unless you know what the route was supposed to be and where they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
I remember back with Romo and Des Bryant when Des first got there, and he wasn't running like those blitzes.
He doesn't
And
know the routes.
He knew the routes, but he didn't. There's a blitz, so that means you got to break off your route and get to a certain spot. And
Boom.
Romo's throwing it there, and Dez isn't there because he's not breaking off the route. It just made Romo look horrible.
But that's the thing too. It'd be so blatant. Like the receiver will be over here.
Yeah.
The ball's way over there, and I'm like, yo.
You got to recognize it's a blitz. You have to change the route.
I'm trying to think what other games what was going down. I'm trying to think. There was some good football this weekend, man. I can't think of another game that was. What's up with the McDaniels cat?
He apparently the head man came out today.
What happened?
Whatchamacallit? Davis came out today and
He
he
co-signed him.
Yeah, gave him a vote of confidence.
And
which
said he's good.
He's going to be good till next year. I mean, when you hire, well, here's the problem. They're still paying Gruden.
Yeah, what
They're still paying John Gruden.
Ooh, he's on
right?
the payroll. He's on the payroll.
He's on the payroll. So now if you got rid of this guy, now you're going to have another coach. You got it. I mean, he's Josh McDaniels. You expected him to be your big-time coach. You got to give him more than a season, I guess.
Yeah.
But Raider Nation is not happy. Raider Nation is not happy. I can understand it. And if I'd want him going too.
They were calling for McDaniels, and they're calling for the coach down in New Orleans too. New Orleans, they want that coach gone too. I don't know his name, but they want him out of there. And I'm like, New Orleans, The problem with New Orleans is he followed that
Sean
guy.
Payton.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're following Sean Payton.
You're following Sean Payton,
for
so
the-
you're screwed. You know what I mean?
The good thing for the Patriots is Belichick's not looking so great anymore. So
Yeah.
whoever comes after him isn't going to have to
I
walk in.
still think they're gonna be under fire. You don't think
You
so?
know that not the way it is now. I mean, if you walked off at the championship level they were,
Yeah.
and then the next guy comes in. Like, what if he after the last Super Bowl, Belichick decided to hang it up? Now that guy comes in.
But that's common. If you leave on a winning note, you're screwing whoever comes in. I'm not disputing that. On the picks, I looked awful.
Oh yeah,
I know I had San Fran. No, I had, yeah, San Fran did win that game, right? But I did have your boys. They lost. I had my boys. They lost. I had
I think it went 5-7 this week.
I know I was awful.
After thinking I had a handle on it, because I went 10-3 the week before and like 12-3 the week before that on my picks.
Yeah.
And then 5-7 this week. So I guess I don't have a handle on this NFL. I thought I was trying to get it.
You want to talk about Rodgers, and then will Brady segue?
Yeah, we'll take a break and then we'll come back.
Yeah, but let's talk about Rodgers real quick, because then
Yeah.
we'll segue into the Brady thing, because I feel like you got some good stuff to talk about. But is he done? Or was this week that just passed? Was that just like a
Flash?
Was
flashback to
was that your boys not playing up to par? Or was that Aaron Rodgers coming home? Like, because I heard too that he has a winning record against. Like, I think he's like 8-2, 8-3 against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
He. I don't want you to get upset, but he owns you guys.
Why would I guess? Facts are facts.
That's what I'm saying. So
we used to own Brett Favre. Now he owns us.
Are we gonna wait till this week and then be like, oh, maybe Aaron Rodgers is back?
I want to see it a little bit more. Because I wrote him off. I waited till week 9. I had written him and Brady off, and now they both come back.
Who is this dude he was throwing the ball to?
Watson, the rookie.
I don't know who this kid was.
No shit.
I never heard of him. I'm like, who is this guy? And he still had the Lazard cat. I'm like, who the hell was number 9? And they were showing him a couple, I guess, earlier in the season how that dude was just dropping balls. Like they were coming right in the breadbasket and he was just dropping them. So
9 weeks of mediocrity, I can't say
You're
he's,
not gonna
say he's
after,
back.
After
I might
one
say
week.
Right. I might say Brady's coming back, but I can't say Rodgers yet.
But here's what I'm gonna say. Here's my argument with you on that. If it was against Atlanta or the Saints or the Colts, I would be like, you know what, P, we're going to give enough. Yo, your boys' defense is legit.
They didn't play like it.
That's what I'm saying. So we're going to...
They didn't get the pressure on him like I thought they were going to. I was worried about the game. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm gonna rock with you. We'll see this week. I don't know who Green Bay's playing this week, but I don't know. Aaron Rodgers looked pretty tough. But you want to jump into this Brady thing, or you want to take the break now?
Let's take a little break.
We're gonna take a break because I feel like
we
you
need
got
to take a breath.
some spiciness going on. We're doing a double NFL back to back. Come back in. Come back, baby, come back. Anytime a man could see I was wrong,
and I just can't live without you.
That's your boy Tom Brady. That's what he's singing right now.
No, he's 2-0 since the divorce, baby. 2-0.
Yo, what is going on with your boy TB12? This is what I'm saying. Is he utilizing whatever's going on behind the scenes as fuel? Or is he, I don't know.
I think he's just a free man now.
You think so?
He doesn't have the stress. He doesn't have to worry. He just.
So now, if this is the case, they go back to another Super Bowl? Or they're making their run right now?
They don't. They're not in shape to do that. They can win their division now.
But we're talking about 12 now.
I know. But he still doesn't have a good offensive line. He's still missing a tight end.
But let me say it again. We're talking about 12 now.
I understand.
Okay. All right.
He doesn't have Belichick running the team either. There's a lot of factors that go into Brady.
Well, he didn't have Belichick in Tampa 2 years ago.
But he had more talent. And
he had more talent than he has now?
Yeah. Everybody.
The receiving core?
Yeah. I think they were a better team all around.
I don't know. I don't know if I can rock with you on.
They still have the only difference is all right. What's the difference on offense? Julio Jones, he hasn't been there half the season. You take away Gronkowski, and they had Brady.
Was Gronk really doing?
They had Brady. It doesn't matter, even if he was blocking for the running game. Everybody's a year older now.
So you don't think that they can make a Super Bowl run?
Unless they somehow can magically fix that offensive line.
You don't think 12 can make a Super Bowl run? That's what you're going on back and right. I'm recording this right now. I want you to hear you say it out your mouth. They can't make a Super Bowl run.
They can make a run. I don't think they're going to get far.
How far? First round losing the playoffs?
First round win.
They're done.
First round win. Depends on the matchup.
First round win, and then the second round you're saying they're done.
Because if you look at the top teams in the NFC, they can get by a lot of teams.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. If you were talking about the AFC, I'm rocking with you. Because I don't think he could beat the Chiefs, the Bills, and I just don't think he could beat either one. I think
if the playoffs started today, they'd be playing the Giants.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that game can go either way. If he had Philly, that can go either way. If he had San Fran, Dallas, you don't think so?
Not the way they've played so far this season.
I don't know. 12. But go ahead. Do your dance. I know you got something spicy. But I'm saying it's 12, baby.
All right.
I'm done going against this dude.
I want to know when Antonio Brown went from being an NFL wide receiver to being a championship troll.
He's a championship troll. You know what the problem I think? He's like the kid that they said you can't play. So now that he can't play, he's gonna do all of this.
Yep, just to get the attention.
Yeah, stop, man, stop. You're done. You ruined it. You had your chance. You had multiple chances. People kept giving you chances.
Tommy kept giving you chances.
Yeah, and how are you gonna do this man dirty like
personally
that?
too?
Yeah.
Not even like professionally. Not even saying, oh, he looked horrible in that game, or Tom lost a step. No, he's making Photoshop pictures
Here's
of
what
him
I'm
and
gonna do.
Giselle.
The comments are open. I challenge anybody to tell me, justify what Antonio Brown's doing, why he's doing that. Like, why are you doing that?
As Rocky said, he's mentally irregular.
No.
He's just.
This is why he's doing it, and I'm gonna keep it a stack, Billy. Antonio Brown, I'm going on record right now. And anybody approach me, let me know if I'm wrong. He's a hater. Facts. That's all that is. That's just straight hate. You can't play, and now you're hating on dudes because they're playing. And you're going to hate on a dude that was looking out for you. He did everything to get you to play. I'm getting heated,
Have
man.
you seen the Photoshop pictures of Antonio and Giselle?
Clown.
That's that personal stuff,
Like,
right?
why are you doing that?
So now he put out, it's supposed to be a text from Tom
Go ahead.
back in 21
Go ahead.
from him. And now it's, I don't trust anything he does because he's such a troll, right?
Clown.
But this is a little bit lengthy, but
Clown.
apparently Tom sent this text. And he said, "You are demonstrating very poor decisions and poor communication to so many people who have gone above and beyond to help you."
Tom's Brady saying this to Antonio Brown?
To Antonio Brown.
In a text message?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's
Go
what
ahead.
Antonio.
Oh, this is spicy. I didn't know you had this.
He
Let's
said,
get
"You
it.
are acting selfish, and unfortunately, many of those people are exhausted by the erratic and unpredictable emotional behavior.
Boom.
When I met you, you were humble, willing to learn, and anxious to prove things in your life. This is the guy that let him come and stay with him."
Okay, boom.
He said, "In a short period of time, you have done those things and accomplished some great things, and very much on the path of success long term. Unfortunately, you've reverted back to a young, immature man that is that is selfish, self-serving, irrational, and irresponsible. I, for one, am very disappointed in your many behaviors over the last few months. You have seemed to have lost that humility and that APG. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
You have gone from hanging around good quality people that had the genuine interest in seeing you succeed to seeing others whose lives are erratic and out of control and leading you down a negative path." This is you trolling. This is a guy genuinely concerned
About your
about your
well-being.
well-being, and
Telling you to go get help. But,
who took you in, let you stay at his house. And this is supposed to be, I guess you're trolling him because that he did this? Like he's not a good friend to you?
But this is the problem. Because Antonio Brown is probably around all of these yes men. And somebody finally is saying, yo. And everybody, I'm not even going to say somebody's finally saying. I think people have been saying that to him. And that's when, I bet you something went down with the Raiders, with one of the coaches. He probably approached him and was like, yo, you can't do this stuff. And that's when he had an altercation with that guy. Everybody, Tomlin, he had the same thing. The Schuster cat. I'm telling you.
Beginning of his career, he was fine with Pittsburgh. Then he started going off defense. My friend told me he'd show up to practice in a helicopter.
Who are you?
That's when he started, and then he started messing with his hair and being all, you know what I mean?
Who are you?
Didn't get to play with the Raiders at all. Tommy gave it, nobody, he was toxic at that point. And listen, Tom was being selfish. As much as Tom was reaching out for this guy, Tom's also being selfish because he needed a weapon. And he brought him into New England, the whole sexual harassment, all those other things that came out, and then they had to let him go. And then Tom gets him another gig in Tampa. Gets him a ring.
This is the problem that I have with some of these modern athletes. How many chances? How many?
And he's mad because he's not getting more chances.
I'm a OG in the game. Like, don't get me wrong. I never played a professional sport, but I do know when somebody gives you a second or third or fourth chance. It just bothers me to my core with these guys because you know how many people would kill to have those opportunities?
Yeah.
The money that you made, the opportunities that you've had, and you just squander them away.
I wonder how much of this is the social media aspect of where you can get this attention now. Where how would you get this attention? Maybe Lawrence Taylor years ago. You know what I mean? In that era, you couldn't. You'd have to have someone write an article, and maybe you get printed in a paper.
But here's the thing with that, and this is how I feel about the social media thing. And I could be way off base. The shelf life on that is minuscule. Like, I feel like it's not, because there's so much stuff that, how can I
But
explain
it doesn't last long, but it pops bigger. It pops.
But that's what
louder.
I'm saying. What good is it? Doesn't matter how big
Well,
it pops,
and
because
that's why
the next thing is coming within minutes.
And that's why he has
seconds.
to make photoshops of him and Giselle. Then that dies down. Now he drops this supposed text from Tom.
Exactly. So here's my point with that.
He's trying to stay relevant.
But this is my point. It's impossible to sustain with social media. Like, I don't care who you are. Eventually, the next thing is coming. Like, it's already, you're obsolete. As soon as you post it, you are obsolete. Whatever the topic is, and especially if you're doing it how this guy's doing it, people are gonna see right through that. At least okay, go ahead.
There's a lot of people out there that don't see through it. I'm not going to get political.
I think there's someone that might have
someone that might have done that.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But I think as the time goes on, you will look back and be like, this guy's. I don't know. Maybe that's me just hoping. But this dude's out of control. But there's nothing you can do too. You can't take away their phone.
Right.
Or take away.
He's not saying anything vicious or malicious or anything that can get. He's just being a troll because he wants attention because he hates that Tom didn't try to bring him back to Tampa Bay this time.
He
got him a ring. You wouldn't even have a ring.
Yeah. I think.
And you could have been one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL. His trajectory, he could have been one of the greatest receivers in NFL history. And he just totally shot that out of the water. Right? He was on a pace with Pittsburgh.
Here's the problem that I have right now. I wish I could disagree with you, man. I so wish that I could disagree with you on this one. But I cannot. And I'm saying it as a black man talking about another black man. I wish that there was something I could say to you to defend this man. But I cannot. I cannot. I don't condone what he did. I don't like what he's doing. I don't appreciate it. And it just makes everything, it's awful. It's awful. It's awful. It's disgusting, and it's awful. And that's all I gotta say.
That's it? You sure?
That's it.
You get it off your chest? All right, let me bring it back a little bit light. I was getting a little deep here.
Yo,
hold on.
It's just
Wakanda forever.
It just does, man. It just does. There's nothing I can say. You leave me nothing. You leave me with nothing to defend you with. And I'm telling you that I'll go to bat for you. I will. But not if you're gonna do this. For what? For who?
I don't even have to make a good argument. It's just,
yeah.
He's in the defensive.
For what? For who? You leave me nothing. You're leaving me with nothing. At least with the Kyrie thing, I could be like, okay, da-da-da. This dude, I can't. You're just leaving me where? For what? It's awful, man. I'm off it.
You brought me in a very serious place.
I'm off it. I'm off it with this dude. I'm off it, man.
I was gonna drop.
I'm glad that he can't play.
Oof. He's saying that. He's going there. Coop just said that.
I'm glad the dude can't play, and I hope don't ever give no opportunity. I don't care Arena League. I don't care where you don't give this dude another opportunity. But anyway, go ahead, do your dance.
Let's end on a high note. Let's do some picks.
Please.
That we're probably gonna lose.
Because I'm getting fired up thinking about this dude.
Yo, one thing about Brady. One more thing. I think even Giselle's trolling him now, as I just read she just purchased a house, basically across the water from the one
Here's the thing.
building.
I don't think she's trolling him. I honestly think that she still loves the dude. She just had to let him know, yo, football
You
on
think
me.
so?
Come on, man.
You buy a $15 million house across the water from where he's
I'm
building
still,
his.
if
She was looking at it before they divorced too.
Here's what I'm gonna say. If me and my wife get divorced and I buy a house across the street for her, I'm still in love with her. It's just that simple. I don't care. You can slice it however you want.
Did you hear the recent news about her taking the kid's jujitsu instructor away with them on vacation?
That doesn't mean nothing. I don't care. You could be with whoever you're gonna be with. She loves Tom Brady.
She's getting a little jujitsu on the side.
That don't stop.
Come on now.
Stop.
You don't take the jujitsu.
That means nothing. He can give side lessons, do whatever he wants. Tom Brady owns that.
Oh.
That's how I feel.
All right, let's do the picks.
Go ahead. Do your
All
thing,
right.
baby.
We're going to do Jets and Patties, first of all, at the Patriots.
Ooh.
That division's tight. These teams need this.
And I was hating on this division. I'm going to go with Patties beat them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to sweep them. They're not going to sweep the Jets.
No, that's what I was thinking.
But
because the quarterback can't make as many mistakes again, can he? That's what ends up killing the Jets.
Where's this game?
At New England. That doesn't have the same cachet. They lost a bunch of games last year at home, so I don't even give them that home field advantage right now.
I'm going to take the Patties.
I'm going with the Jets.
I'm going to take the Patties.
Jets.
But
Jets.
This is the reason that I'm gonna be crazy with these picks because my logic is not working at all. So I wanted to take the Jets, but I'm taking Patties. I'm taking Patriots. Go ahead.
KC Chargers.
This is once again
good matchup.
I'm throwing my logic out the window.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking Chargers.
Okay, that's not the brightest move. But all right.
I'm telling you.
There's some teams you shouldn't go against, and I'm going to say KC because if they end up with 4 losses on the season, you're going to be right most of the time going with them.
I'm taking Chargers.
All right. So one of us is going to be very right next week, and one of us is going to be very wrong.
Let me write down who I'm taking. I took Patties.
Yep. You took the Chargers over Kansas City.
And Chargers.
All right. Not
Wakanda forever.
We'll see if Green Bay's on the come up because they got Tennessee this week at Green Bay.
And Green Bay and who?
Tennessee Titans.
I'm going with Green Bay. You're laughing at me, but I'm going with Green Bay.
I went with Tennessee.
I'm going with Green Bay. Something's got to give way. Because it was crazy this week. Ridiculous. I got Green Bay.
San Francisco, Arizona, at Arizona.
Ooh, so this is one day.
Division matchup.
Yeah, this is one I have to flip a coin on. Because Arizona looks crazy with D-Hop now. They look crazy with D-Hop.
Well, it's if Kyler Murray's back. Kyler Murray was out last week. Remember that.
Yeah.
That was a marquee game with no Stafford and no Kyler Murray last week with the Rams.
What was the ratings? I'm going to go with Arizona. I'm going with the Cardinals. Who are you going with?
San Fran.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
I'll show you the picks I already made on the phone. I'm not changing any of these just to be...
No, you're not. I know you're not. But you already explained my logic. Because normally we probably would have agreed on a lot of these games. But go ahead.
Last final game, Dallas, Minnesota is probably one of the marquee matchups.
Ooh, that's another one where...
It's at Minnesota.
Is Dallas going to lose 2 in a row?
That's a question. I'll tell you right now, I'm picking with my head, Minnesota. You know I'm always going to go for my boys in my heart.
Yeah, I'm taking Dallas. I'm taking my boys.
Thinking Minnesota may be coming down off that big win.
I'm taking Cowboys. This is the only one that I'm using my actual logic on.
No, that's the one you're getting wrong now.
That's the only one I'm using them boys because I'm taking Cowboys. They can't lose 2. Come on, they can't.
So imagine, I was just looking, imagine the Rams now, no Cooper Cup.
Yeah.
They're already horrible. I have to go back into my picks and probably pick against the Rams this week.
I picked them first to win that division.
No, who wouldn't? You might not thought they were going to get back to the Super Bowl because it's hard to get back, but good
Talk
Lord.
about Super Bowl hangover. That you did a total 180. Like you went from. That's ridiculous what they did.
And they didn't lose that many people. It's not like they had a huge turnover.
Their defense is still the same defense. Aaron, he's still there,
Yeah.
right? Ramsey.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what happened?
Like I could see, like they invested tons of picks to get the players they had. So I could see in a couple of years if they fell apart because they invested so much to win when they did.
Yeah.
But to fall apart this next season,
Wow.
Stafford looks really.
That's what I'm
old.
saying. You should at least. Are they even 500?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't think
So, no, that whole
Yeah.
division is.
Wow.
I think that whole division's almost all under 500.
So here's the problem that I had when we were picking in the beginning. I think we picked that division and the AFC West division
yes.
to be the 2 best divisions.
Yeah.
That it falls in line with my picks and the logic.
Oh, I can't wait till the end of this when we go over. We're gonna look back and see what.
But I called it too. I
predictions.
even said that. I don't know what episode it was. I go throughout the season. We're gonna look back and see how much jerks we are.
Yeah, but I didn't think this was gonna be that bad.
Yeah. Well, not only are we looking like jerks, we're looking like super. Well, I'm looking like a super duper jerk. It's like crazy. Like I don't even know. And I would like to think that I'm like a football aficionado. Like if you talk to me about hockey, baseball, basketball, I'll wing it. But I'm like I thought I knew football, but obviously I do not.
Let's put it this way: I do the NFL ESPN Pick'em League,
Yeah.
where you just pick the games. I am not doing well, and I'm still in the 95th percentile.
How is that possible? I don't understand.
Because that's how everybody's
'cause
doing.
Everybody's probably so now. Okay, now I'm not starting to feel bad. Now that you said that,
I think I'm like 25 games over 500, and I'm still up in the top.
so that leads you to believe that everybody's probably thinking how we're thinking. It's just not panning out
No,
that way.
nope.
Wow, that's crazy. I never even thought about that.
Yep.
That's crazy.
All right, that's it for the picks. That's it for the podcast.
Yo, what's today's date? Thanksgiving isn't next week, is it?
The 25th, right?
So it's 2 weeks from now.
Well, it's the Thursday. Well, not 25th, but
so
not
it's
this
next
Thursday.
It's next Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday.
Wow. So I'm not gonna probably do a show next week, but happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Oh,
Happy Thanksgiving, P.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Maybe
Alex.
I'll be at the doorstep with a fork and a knife.
You're always looking for plates.
You know that. Is Mom Duke's throwing down?
I don't know. It's not as many people this year, so I don't know if she's gonna
She
throw
won't
down.
even do nothing for.
Oh, she will do. She'll do something.
little something.
She can't do something, but she can't
It
go
won't
crazy.
Be, yeah. I usually go to one of my boys' house.
Yeah.
They throw down, man. Here's a
So you're not gonna need a plate.
yeah, but I always take a little extra.
You never say no.
Now that I got this little thing that we're talking about, I want to talk real quick about why do they always skip right to Christmas?
They're-
Why?
I don't know. It's merchandising. It's sales. That's what pushed Thanksgiving aside. I believe because Thanksgiving's still my favorite holiday.
This is what I'm saying. Thanksgiving is the better deal when you really break it down. Because I don't want to get too crazy, but I want to just throw this in there. All you do, you show up to somebody. If you're not hosting,
Yeah.
if you're hosting, it might be a little bit stressful. But for the most part, even if you're hosting, it's not that bad.
Yep.
You show up, eat some food, watch some football. And black out. You don't have to worry about Christmas.
Spending
is awful.
money on presents, wrapping
Christmas
presents.
is awful.
Yeah.
Don't keep this in context, people. I'm not disrespecting Christmas,
You don't want Santa coming for you.
but I'm saying between the two, all day Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving.
beats Christmas hands down.
It's like
It's
so
not
much,
even close. So why?
so much
would
less
you skip,
pressure.
Why do they skip over
I
the
f-
better holiday in my eyes?
Because it's all marketing. All everything's pushing to
So
Thanksgiving.
it's economics. You're
Yeah.
saying that is awful. They can't. They don't make money off cranberry and turkeys.
Not enough.
Not enough, I guess.
And that's the thing, man. They're pushing Christmas further and further.
Yeah.
Like now you're seeing it at the end of September. You go in the stores and it's the end of September.
So I'm gonna start a campaign. I'm starting lobbying for Thanksgiving from now on.
I don't think it's gonna work, but all
I
right.
know it's not. I know it's not. But Thanksgiving is the better holiday, baby. Hands down. Hands down. But yo, P, I appreciate you, man. Thanks.
I appreciate you. Thanks for
Yo,
having me again.
I appreciate. Nah, stop.
Come
man.
on. I think you unlocked the door and let me in, and I'm appreciative because it was cold out there.
Yo, I'm gonna get you a key.
I want to
though.
give thanks.
I'm gonna
I want to
you
give
a
thanks
key.
for that.
Of course you do. And I want to give thanks to everybody that hung on and watched the Comeback Kings.
Yes.
And hopefully, like I said, we're gonna skip next week. We'll be back for week 12 of the NFL. Is it week 12 of NFL at that time or week 11? It'll probably be going into week 12.
Week 12, yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Comeback Kings. P, you got any last words?
Peace.
Peace.